Washington Commanders phenom rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels has a secret to his success. He went from somebody that wasn't even expected to be drafted to 2 years later being the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft and having the best rookie season in the history of the National Football League. And I think if Justin Fields, the likely QB1 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, implements and steals this strategy from Jayden Daniels, that it could potentially make him the next superstar quarterback in the National Football League. So today we're going to be talking about that secret from Jayden Daniels that turned him into a superstar that I think Justin Fields could implement to hopefully do the same thing for him and catapult the Pittsburgh Steelers into Super Bowl contention in 2025. So before we get into the video today, if you believe in Justin Fields, make sure you like the video today. All right, you guys know that, I've been a Russell Wilson type of, I've been advocating for Russ over Fields for a long time, but I genuinely hope that if Justin Fields becomes the starter of this team, that he realizes the massive potential that he brings to the table. He's a dynamic rusher. He's got incredible arm talent. He brings great size to the table and honestly great leadership. So make sure you guys click that thumbs up icon if you believe in Justin Fields. So Jayden's secret is that he trains with VR every single morning. Every single morning at 6 a.m., Jayden Daniels wakes up and he goes over 200 to 250 mental reps on a VR headset to help him prepare for games. And he's been doing this since his senior year in college, all right? And, just to take you back here, all right, back in 2021, Jayden Daniels was an Arizona State Sun Devil, and he was not playing very good football. Plain and simply. He was honestly a bad college quarterback, and people said, man, this guy's got great potential, but, he doesn't mentally process well. He's holding on to the ball for too long. Kind of sounds similar to Justin Fields, doesn't it? Well, you take a look at his numbers there in the 2021 season with the Sun Devils. In 13 games played, 65.4% completion percentage for 183.1 yards per game, 16 total touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Then he transferred to LSU, all right? And maybe, an influx of talent, being around better players would be better for Jayden Daniels. And it certainly was. His numbers did go up his first season there with LSU, where he went from, around 64% completion percentage up to 68. The yards per game went up by about, 30 yards per game or so. And then the touchdowns went up significantly, playing with guys like Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., really, really good talents there at LSU. Only had 3 interceptions, so he protected the football well too. But, even despite those numbers, going into his senior season, Jayden Daniels was only viewed as like a mid-round draft pick, kind of like a lottery ticket. Oh, yeah, he can run the football fine, but can he really be a pocket passer? It's a lot of the same questions that many people, including myself, have about Justin Fields in the National Football League after 4 years being in the NFL. But the thing that turned things around was that this couple right here, they are the founders of Cognilyze. It's a German VR company that usually help teams with help militaries train for their fighter pilots, helped F1 drivers, all these different things, but they were really trying to get into football. And the LSU Tigers began to implement this when Jayden Daniels was their quarterback. And you guys can see the giant leap that Jayden Daniels made in his development from his junior season or his second to final season there at LSU and his final season where he won the Heisman Trophy, where the completion percentage jumped from 68.6 to 72.2. That's a big jump right there, guys. The yards per attempt, 7.5 to 11.7. Astronomical difference there. The yards per game, over 100 more yards passing per game. And then the touchdowns jumped from 28, a respectable number, to 50, and it catapulted him to the Heisman Trophy and in the top 2 of the NFL draft. And you guys can see the growth that Jayden Daniels made in his 3 years of college football, right? At Arizona State, it was, let's face it wasn't really all that good. He was somebody that had a hard time getting the ball out on time, somebody that was not seeing defenses, that was not reading defenses correctly, and, his confidence was super low. Then, he joins forces with Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr., and, of course, the numbers are going to go up, but, people still didn't view him as an NFL quarterback. Then, boom, he makes the switch, 72.2% completion percentage, and he's the Heisman Trophy winner. And then, all these things that are good for Jayden Daniels begin to formulate. So coming up here on Steelers Talk, I am going to tell you how this technology of the VR headset from Cognilyze can help Justin Fields completely change the trajectory of his NFL career and maybe even turn him into the NFL superstar that many people still think he can become here in Pittsburgh. But before we get into that, let's have a word from our sponsor here at Public Rec. And let's be real, guys. Wearing uncomfortable clothes just isn't worth it anymore. Why settle for stiff, restricting fabric when you can have something that looks sharp and feels as comfy as your favorite sweats? This year, make the switch to Public Rec, where comfort rules. Public Rec isn't just about pants. It's about making sure you stay comfortable no matter what your day throws at you. They have so many great style options that are perfect for just hanging around the house, drinking beers on the golf course, or even when you need to impress the boss in the office. Whatever pants you choose, you'll be blown away by how comfortable they are. For a limited time only, our listeners get 20% off your entire order when you use code CHAT20 at publicrec.com. That's 20% off your entire order when you use promo code CHAT20 at publicrec.com. I'm actually wearing one of their shirts right now. It's not just about pants, guys. Their shirts are so breathable, so stretchy. You guys can see the fabric. I'm stretching it out right now. And then what makes Public Rec a real difference maker for me, guys, is the sizing options they have on the pants. For me personally, guys, I'm tall and skinny. It's hard for me to find pants that fit my body type. With Public Rec, they have tailored options, so I can get tailored option pants that you just don't really find at many other places, and they look so freaking good, guys. Made with premium materials. You're going to absolutely love it. And make your New Year's resolution a comfortable one today. No more pants that pinch, tug, or annoy. For a limited time only, you guys can get 20% off at Public Rec by using code CHAT20 at checkout. Just head on over to publicrec.com and use code CHAT20 and you're all set. Oh, and when they ask how you found them, be sure to mention our show, Steelers Talk by Chat Sports. It really does help us out. Find your perfect fit and never compromise on comfort again. Public Rec, where comfort rules. So the question that's on your mind right now about this VR technology is, Jack, how does this technology work? And why has it been beneficial for Jayden Daniels? And why could it be beneficial for Justin Fields as he looks to develop as an NFL quarterback heading into his 5th season? Well, here's how it works, guys, all right? So the VR headset can display coverages and plays in real time. And by the way, the coverages and plays can be customizable so that coaching staffs can use AI to show team trends, all these different things, so they can randomize it so that Jayden and whoever else is using these things can look at a defense, and it's going to be the exact same scheme that they are going to be playing against that weekend with the same playbooks in the playbook for their team. Also, they run plays at 1.75 times speed to train the brain to slow down. All right, it forces these quarterbacks to read these coverages faster than in an actual game so that things actually slow down for them and their processing speed increases dramatically. Also, it gives quarterbacks 250 to 300 or more extra mental reps per week. This is the mandate that LSU has for their quarterbacks in their program. Garrett Nussmeier had a very good season there with the Tigers this year, despite maybe a limited physical skill set. And Jayden Daniels does about 200 to 250 mental reps every single morning when he wakes up. Also, the eye tracking tech allows coaches to see where the quarterback looks so they can coach players based on poor reads, poor eye placement, not looking in the right place, all that stuff. And then they also have stadium-specific details of where the clocks are so that quarterbacks can always be trained of where to put their eyes on any given play. So why does this technology work for Jayden Daniels, and why could it work for Justin Fields? More reps without the physical toll, plus it's at a faster speed, so it forces the player to mentally process defenses faster, and the game slows down just like it has for Jayden Daniels, who always looks like he's in complete control out there. Also, it's harder than the game. I mean, if you were ever in a practice with a great coach, usually that great coach makes the practice harder for you in practice than it is in a game, so it's almost just second nature to you. Justin Fields, I think, could certainly benefit from this because this is something that he has struggled with his entire career. Plus, real games feel slower, which is absolutely a benefit for anybody that uses this technology. And then we take a look at the crazy results here, man. Jayden Daniels claims that his mental processing speed has gone up by 80% since he first started using this technology with the LSU Tigers, and you guys can see it in the results, even in his rookie season here, where he had an all-time great rookie campaign, a 69% completion percentage, over 200 yards passing per game. He added even more than that on the ground, 31 total touchdowns to just 14 total interceptions and fumbles on the season. And then he's playing even better in the postseason, guys, where he's getting a little bit higher completion percentage, but the yards per game has taken a jump of about 80 more yards per game. Again, this is against the best defenses in the world here now. Then you go 4 total touchdowns and no total turnover-worthy plays. He's absolutely balling out right now, and he's been playing better and better as this season has gone on. And, I think that Justin Fields could be the next type of player that could benefit from VR, because what are the things that he has struggled with? It's certainly not anything physical. He is a phenomenal physical specimen, man. This guy can run at his size like no other player in the National Football League can. He's got incredible arm talent. He can throw any throw from any angle and any platform. That's not what's holding him back. What's holding him back is the mental processing and the in-structure playmaking element of the game. The game moves too fast for Justin Fields on film, and this technology can help him slow the game down. And, I would say Fields' issues were very similar to Jayden Daniels' issues when he was all the way back there at Arizona State. And according to Daniels' testimony, his mental processing speed has gone up 80% by using this technology. Just imagine if Justin Fields could get that mental processing speed up to 80% higher and help out his mental processing within structure. I think Fields could greatly benefit from using this technology this offseason to make him a better quarterback. And I think that it could make him a more consistent passer. And I think we all know the benefits for the Pittsburgh Steelers if that happens. With his physical talent, with his ability to make plays out of structure, if he can become a more consistent in-structure playmaker, and this technology can help him do that, we might be looking at the next superstar quarterback in the National Football League, and he could be the next success story right after Jayden Daniels when using this technology. But the big question on my mind, guys, is will kind of the old school, old guard, back in the old school Moneyball type, all the old people in the Moneyball scouting room, like this is the Pittsburgh Steelers right here, not willing to embrace new things, not willing to embrace offensive culture, all these different things that have modernized the NFL. Are the Steelers really going to invest and cognize here and really make sure that Justin Fields can get better as a mental processor? I certainly have my doubts of that, but Fields can do this on his own. He could probably hire Cognize on his own and this offseason train to make himself a better quarterback. And I think if Fields and or the Steelers implement this type of technology into his training this offseason, heading into the 2025 season, I would be completely on board with bringing in Justin Fields as this team's QB1 for the future, because I believe in this technology and I believe in the physical skill set that Justin Fields brings to the table. And I think in maybe 2 years' time, especially here in 2025, I think that Justin Fields has the potential to become the next superstar quarterback in the National Football League if he implements this into his regimen. So what say you guys? Let me know down there in the comments section. What is the percent chance that Justin Fields becomes a star quarterback in the National Football League with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Put it on a scale of 0 to 100. I would characterize star quarterback as a top 10 quarterback in the National Football League. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. 0 meaning no chance. Even with VR, there's no chance he could do it. To 100 meaning he's definitely going to do it in the weeks and months and years to come. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already for more in-depth, informative, and extensive Steelers videos like this one every single day. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button because it certainly feels like the Justin Fields era is upon us here in the Steel City.